Hi, I'm Kira Westwick from 15 Minute Fit Mummies, and today I'm going to show you some of my favourite exercises that have contributed to my transformation. I'm going to start by showing you some weighted squats. Initially, you want to start probably with body weight, and once you've mastered that, you can think about investing in some home equipment. A weight bar is really easy to store, and if that doesn't really resonate with you, then you could go for some kettlebells or some medicine balls. I've worked up now to a 10 kilo bar with about 15 kilos of weights, so all up about 25 kilos. I've found that this is enough for me to really challenge me so that I can get my workout done really quickly, but it's not causing any stress or strain on my body. The heavier weight that you choose, as long as you can control it, the less time you're going to have to spend working out. So that's one of my secrets for my 15-minute workouts. So to begin with, you're going to pick up your bar, and with control, you're going to bounce the bar up and then over. Now it is quite heavy, so I only need to do about 20 repetitions, times 2 or 3, depending on how much time I have to get really good results. When you squat, you want to send your bottom backwards and support the weight from your core, not from your back. My weight is in my heels, and I'm going to come down with control, nice and slow, and then nice and slow on the way up. For me, I like to add a little bit of a booty squeeze as well, just to increase the challenge. So I'm going to inhale down. As I exhale, I'm going to transfer the load through one leg as I squeeze through my glute. Then I'm going to control that foot back down and change sides. Squeezing through the glute. This is going to challenge your core and your balance as well. Now there's two ways to get maximum strength gains. One is to go slow and controlled in both phases. So counting to 7 seconds on the way down and counting to 7 seconds on the way up. This way you're resisting momentum and gravity and you're really having to use your muscles. The other way of doing it is using controlled explosive power. So coming down and powering up nice and fast. Or if you're really strong, adding a controlled bounce. You can also combine both of these. So slow and controlled on the way down and explosive power on the way up. The beauty of that exercise is you're getting a full body workout, and as you can see, I'm already huffing, puffing and sweating from the challenge. The next time-saving strengthening exercise I love to do with my bar is a deadlift with a row. This way I'm getting double bang for my time. So once again, choose a load that you can control but that really challenges you. You want to really make sure that you have great posture with this one. So work your way up through the weights. Don't just head to 25 kilos to begin with, because you can really injure yourself. When you pick up the bar, make sure you engage your center so you're ready for the load straight away. My chest is wide, my shoulders are down, and I always want to envision that I can see my breastbone in the mirror. So you're going to pick up the load and then reset your position. My shoulders are anchored, my chest is wide, my core is supporting my back. We inhale on the way down. On the exhale, press through the heels and squeeze through the glutes to lift. And of course, initiate the movement from your center. Exhale to squeeze. You can start with this or you can add the row as well. So I'm going to inhale down, exhale, squeeze into my shoulder blades. Inhale, control the weight down. Exhale, squeeze through my glutes to lift. Once again, I aim for about 20 and usually 2 rounds. Now the next exercise that I really love to do to fire up my core quickly and effectively is double leg lowers. You can do this on the floor, on a bench, whatever you have handy. Now initially you definitely want to stick with body weight, and you're really going to only work in the range of your control. If you've never done these before, then most likely you're definitely not going to be able to get your legs all the way to the floor. Listen into your body. Your body will give you cues as to how far you can go and when you need to rest. So I'll show you the basic movement. You're going to lay yourself down on your bench or on the floor. and extend your legs to the ceiling. I've got neutral spine, so I'm not actively flattening my back into the ground. If you need to do that, then the exercise is too hard for you. Get your neutral pelvis, pubic bone and hip bones all on the same level, rib cage is soft. And as we inhale, we lower our legs away from us, keeping them nice and long, just to your point of control. If you feel your hips pop forward and your back arch, then you know you've gone too far. All of the load should be through your center, not through your back. Once you get really good at this, you can start increasing how far you take the legs away from the center, and eventually you'll be able to take them all the way down and all the way back up. When this becomes not much of a challenge, that's when you can add some load, and this is when you're really going to start seeing your abs pop. So right now I'm using a 2 kilo dumbbell. You might want to start with 1 or even half a kilo once you've mastered the exercise. I'm going to place it between the feet. Make sure that you do not drop the weight on your head. And now I've increased the challenge through my core. You can see that I'm working everything in my center, but I'm also squeezing and working the glutes and the hamstrings for maximum control. Now, on those days where I feel like I have no time at all, or if it's the evening and I want to quickly get in a last little bit of exercise, then plank is your go-to exercise. It works the entire body. Joseph Pilates, inventor of Pilates, says that when you can do 5 minutes non-stop of plank, then you can say that you're physically fit. So that's a great goal to work towards. If you're new to plank, you want to start on your hands until you get the correct technique. Then you can head down to your elbows, where it's a lot more challenging because you're closer to the floor. So I'm going to run through the technique points for you. You're going to start by placing the heel of your hands directly underneath your chest. You're going to open your chest wide and lock your shoulders down, knit the ribcage and lift up through your breastbone. This is going to keep you strong and stable through your upper body and make sure that your arms are engaged. My elbows stay soft, and I'm going to zip and button up through my abdominal wall by imagining that I'm putting on a tight pair of skinny jeans. Then I'm going to press my weight down through my heels all of the way, stretching and lengthening through the legs, and tuck my tailbone gently towards my heels. I'm lengthening out through my heels and then out through my crown so that my whole body is nice and long and all of my muscles are engaged. My hips are lifted, but my bottom isn't in the air. You want to make sure that you avoid sinking through the waist, because then you're going to take the load straight into your lower back, and you want to avoid that. So keep lifting through the navel. One of my favorite tips for plank is imagining that I have a steel corset pulling in from all 4 sides. Every exhalation, it gets tighter and tighter towards my spine. So remember to breathe in your plank as well. Once this becomes easy, head down to your elbows. Once again, you've got a nice stable base. So my elbows are underneath my chest is wide, my shoulders are down, and then I'm going to press down into my heels and tuck that tailbone again and lengthen out through my crown. Once this becomes easy, that's when you can start adding challenges like lifting the knees or adding in a knee crunch to work the obliques. Now, the next exercise I like to do to work my arms and to show my strength improvements is push-ups. And this is something I struggled with for a really long time because I have a shoulder injury. So what I do to give myself support and control while I'm building strength is I use a band to support me. If you don't have one, then definitely just do this on your knees or on an incline against the wall or a couch or something similar. To use the band for support, you're going to cross it over and then place your arms through the center. You can see I've got a cross in the center there. You're going to set up your push-up exactly like your plank, so everything is nice and wide and anchored. Then I press into my heels. I'm going to inhale on the way down, and on the way up, the band is going to assist me. This is the hard phase of the exercise. You want to make sure that your body moves as one, so ensure that you don't leave your hips behind on the way up, because once again, you're going to strain your shoulder and your back. Now, I have to admit that this next exercise I do for fun more than anything. But you know what? My upper body strength has improved out of sight since adding handstands to my daily workouts. I've also gained the strength that I need to control my muscles around my injuries so that now I can do push-ups. Now you want to start against the wall. I go for 1 minute handstand holds every day. Sometimes I'll do it twice a day. It took me a long time to build up to this strength. Initially, I found it challenging even just to kick up against the wall, let alone hold for 5 to 10 seconds. So you want to really just begin with some body weight exercises and build up some general strength before you start doing your handstands. Then you just want to work on your kick up, and once you get to the wall, then you can start adding time. So with your kick up, make sure that your upper body is strong and stable. You do not want to fall on your head. Maybe get your kids to show you if it's been a long time, because they can generally master it really well. And I know my 6-year-old loves to do handstand competitions with me. So get a strong upper body, then work on your kick. Once you've mastered your kick up and you've made it to the wall, that's when you can start holding your handstand. Well, there you have it. Those are the exact exercises that I've been doing to completely transform my body and my strength over the last few months. I do these for about 15 minutes a day. Occasionally I'll do twice a day, and I also really try and get in at least one run or walk along the beach each week, but this isn't always possible with my lifestyle. I've found that working smarter rather than harder has really worked for my headspace, my body, and my busy schedule. And I really want to encourage you to start getting that 15 minutes in a day of your own workout, and you can start to see your own transformation. As your strength gains and energy improves, you're going to feel so inspired to keep going on this journey to your ultimate health and fitness so that you can be the best version of yourself.